Hey everyone, welcome to the Chai Tea Tai Chi web show, Dane and Andrew Discuss. I'm Dane, I'm here with Andrew, and I'm looking forward to talking about some Tai Chi stuff. How about you, Andrew?
My favorite subject. Let's talk about some martial arts, Dane. Tai Chi.
Yes, actually, tonight we're going to talk about two of our favorite subjects, Tai Chi and science. Stand back, we're going to try science. Specifically, some of the scientifically proven benefits of Tai Chi, which, of course, there are many. This is, in a ways, is kind of silly because if you're somebody who has done Tai Chi for any length of time at all, you don't need science to tell you it's good for you. It's like, duh. I mean, you kind of know. You experience the benefits yourself, and that's really the best kind of science there is, in my opinion. But it's also great to have validity lent to these things, lent to what we already know by the scientific method, and particularly in the West, where we want to prove stuff. We want to have stuff proven before we try it. So we want to talk about some of the studies that have been done about the measurable health benefits of Tai Chi for those who might be a little bit skeptical. So, Andrew, who has researched this kind of thing, and what are some of the things they found?
All right, Dane. Well, thank you. Many people have been researching Tai Chi for a long time. This is a many centuries old practice at this point. As Dane was saying, so many millions of people have practiced Tai Chi on their own and discovered the benefits without anyone having to tell them about it. But we do like objective, measurable results derived from scientific study, double-blind if possible. And many people have been studying this in modern era. The NIH, National Institute of Health, and the National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health are some of our American sources. We also have the Harvard Medical Journal and their Harvard Medical School. And then we have China. How many reams of data could you get from the Chinese studies? But I don't speak Chinese or read Chinese well enough to go through a lot of that. So I have to rely a little bit on translators. But the NIH, they've done studies for a long time, for over a decade now, among college and elderly people. And they've seen many great benefits that would attract pretty much everyone to Tai Chi practice. One of the major issues, especially in the elderly, is falling and the fear of falling. And those are well attended to with Tai Chi practice. Your balance becomes much stronger with all the proprioception, all those little muscles that have to keep your balance right in the middle, the ability to hold your posture. These things are basic derivatives of Tai Chi practice. Of course, pain is another thing that people talk about a lot. How do you manage pain? How do we deal with pain? How do we treat these painful symptoms we're always feeling? So one of the multiple studies checked on this kind of result, and they found arthritis in the knees was helped, fibromyalgia symptoms were reduced, neck and back pain was started to slowly disappear. Of course, our mental ability. Now, Tai Chi is that practice where we unite the body, breath, and the mind. And so the mind needs a little bit of exercise as well. And when we want to exercise our mind, we tend to do meditation, read, do a lot of discussion. These things help a lot, but focusing on just something simple like moving your body and just focusing on one joint, twisting and turning and shifting, these things really help your mental focus, your acuity. And we also have the cognitive function that is found in our elderly loved ones who, as we grow older, our brains get worse and worse and worse, and just like everything, our visor is falling apart. And Tai Chi has been proven to help with that cognitive function, the ability to be alert and know what's going on and be in the moment instead of off in your memories. So that was just NIH and NCCIH. So Harvard Medical School, they also did a ton of studies. They even wrote a whole book called the Harvard Medical School Guide to Tai Chi. And they go through a lot of this information and describe it and also teach it to you as well. And they found, among all their survey of their studies, muscular strength improved, flexibility improved, balance, of course, improved, and our aerobic conditioning, our ability to have more stamina, our constitution. And then just a brief review of the Chinese studies we did. It was mostly on college students, and they found that flexibility and balance were markedly improved and measurably improved. So we have tons of data to back up the great reasons to practice Tai Chi.
Yeah, that of course NIH and Harvard are really significant institutions for this kind of research in the West. So it's kind of hard to ignore results like this coming out of places like that. And a lot of those studies, as you mentioned, focus on older people and people with health conditions, things like Parkinson's, fibromyalgia, heart conditions, injury rehabilitation. What is really interesting about the Chinese study you mentioned, which is published in PubMed, is that it actually deals with college students who presumably are relatively healthy overall. I mean, at least they're pretty young, and it actually showed that there were benefits for improving flexibility and balance compared with other forms of exercise, compared with usual exercise, calisthenics, and what we normally think of as exercise. So one really important thing to note that comes out of these studies is we're not just comparing Tai Chi to being sedentary, which of course it's great compared to being sedentary. But actually, compared to other forms of exercise, compared to other forms of aerobics or other types of exercise that you might do, it's actually even more beneficial. And as we've been saying all along, Tai Chi is not just the exercise. It's not just a physical movements. It is composed of all three regulations of body regulation, breath regulation, and mind regulation. So it's not just what you're doing with your body, it's also what you're doing with your breath and what you're doing with your mind that makes it an effective practice. And you also mentioned that there's tons and tons of research coming out of China on this, which isn't really surprising. I mean, it's kind of to be expected. And there is one problem with that, namely that a lot of it is in Chinese. I mean, at least as far as Western English speakers go, you wouldn't be able to read it. And to be honest, there's also an issue of objectivity that comes up with a lot of research coming out of China. It's just a cultural thing that creeps in there, but the study you mentioned is published in PubMed by the NIH, and both NIH and Harvard have done and compiled lots of research on this, as well as other sources. I mean, we're trying to keep this kind of small and focused. So these are just some notable examples. There's plenty more stuff out there to be found, and basically what we've been saying all along: for your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual health and wellness, for strength, balance, flexibility, for stress reduction, for rehabilitation, there are measurable benefits over and above the benefits that you would get from just doing movement or from just doing exercise to this. And the book that you mentioned, the Harvard Medical School Guide to Tai Chi, is highly recommended. It's thorough, it's comprehensive, it's also very readable, and it teaches you the practice and the science kind of side by side. So if you are wanting a way to get into Tai Chi, an excuse to get into Tai Chi, that's definitely a great source. And of course, bottom line, the proof is in the pudding. The most important kind of proof is the experiments you run with n equals 1, the data set of 1 yourself. That's the most important results that you can get. But it certainly does not hurt to be armed with some of the scientific results, just to support your own practice and also to help educate others whenever you have the chance. So
Yeah.
it certainly doesn't hurt to know about this stuff. The more you know, the better it'll work.
That's for sure. Yeah. As we study and practice and study and practice and study and practice, we get more familiar with the content, the material. One of the things I find incredibly powerful about Tai Chi is the socialization. Now, obviously, we're in the middle of COVID, but before and after COVID, we're gonna be right back into it and have to socialize with other people. Tai Chi is one of those great things. I have a Tai Chi family. That's what I like to call them. They call me that. We're all members of a little family. This group of Tai Chi practitioners. We've been together 5 years, and we know each other well, and you see each other every week or two, and it's great. It's just that social bond is something that'll support you throughout your whole life. Just having good friends to meet with, even if you don't exercise together, it's just something great to do, is to have a great tight social bonds with someone.
Yeah, there's the benefits of solo practice, of having your own personal daily practice, which of course we recommend and teach. It's important to have your own personal daily mind, body, energetic hygiene practice. And it's also important to learn from others, to learn from people who are more experienced than you, and also to experience the group energy field that magnifies and compounds the benefits, and it goes right along with the benefits of kinship and camaraderie and building that sense of community. And also, I think it's important to mention, particularly for the skeptics, because I know they're out there, is what and the Harvard article, we linked to several of these articles in the description for this video, and the Harvard article in particular mentions that Tai Chi, as it's traditionally taught, is based on the concept of Qi, life force energy, as well as the elements of yin and yang from Taoist philosophy. But it mentions you don't need to believe in this stuff for Tai Chi to work. It's not, Tai Chi certainly has a reputation for being magical and mystical, but you don't need it. You can totally leave that part out and just do the practice. You don't have to subscribe to any kind of magical or mystical beliefs in order for it to work for you, in order to get the benefits. So even the most hard-nosed skeptic will still enjoy the benefits from practicing.
That is for certain. I've seen it dozens of times in just my personal experience. Many people come to Tai Chi to get something back, especially our elderly friends. They lose their balance, they've lost their ability to walk long distances and to hold their posture, hold their shoulders back, their head high. And they come to Tai Chi, and that stuff slowly comes back. Nothing is instant. There's, like you said, it's not magic. It's not a magic pill. You take one and you're done. You consistently practice for months, years, And you'll start to see these benefits quickly, but you'll really realize them over the long haul. We say it's a mind-body practice that you can do your whole life because anyone can do this their whole life. I got into Tai Chi because I saw a 95-year-old woman jumping around on the stage while performing a Chun form. And it just blew me away. So I was like, I want to practice that until I'm 95. Maybe later, maybe even longer. We'll see.
Yeah, I personally don't plan to even think about dying until I'm at least 120.
There you go. I like that.
and also over and above the individual benefits, we can point to measurable benefits in things like flexibility, balance, strength, aerobic functioning. But the NIH study that we linked to mentions the sort of synergistic benefits for quality of life, overall quality of life, the holistic synergistic benefits of all of these. It's about not just adding years to your life, but also life to your years. So the overall quality of life benefits are somewhat less tangible, but no less significant than whatever individual measurable kind of benefits that you might achieve. It's really about the holistic overall effect that you get.
Yeah, optimal health has multiple aspects to it. You have to understand that just because your heart is healthy and you're slim doesn't mean that everything's good with you. Your mental state, our stress levels, those are just increasing day by day. Every notification you get, okay, gotta open up the phone again and take a look at this thing. And so that constantly bears on us, and we get exhausted just by playing with all these devices we have. And Tai Chi just lets us cut that out. You get to focus on just this practice for a period, and you feel wonderful after. So I can't recommend it enough. I've given it to as many people as I could so far, and I'll give it to as many as I can before I'm done.
Yeah, there's not a lot of point to living a long time if you're miserable. So live long and be happy. And on that note, what can people do if they would like to get started with this practice, go deeper with this practice? Where would you recommend they go, other than Harvard?
Other than Harvard. Well, you found us already. So come on to our website, join our Facebook group. We're here to support you. We provide a lot of free services. And if you really want to go deep, we have an online learning community, so you can learn with us, learn with all of our other students. It's just such a great practice, and we all should be doing it. And we need to help everyone pick up some little aspect of it. The Tai Chi Day just happened, I believe, for 2021. And, great seminar. They did a 3-day thing through the World Tai Chi Day Foundation. So it's just such a great practice, and we need to give it to everyone. And so come on over to chaitaichi.org and our Facebook page, and we'll give you a taste.
That's right. There's plenty of great places to learn Tai Chi. You're welcome to join us, the 7-day Qigong non-challenge. There's plenty of great places to learn Tai Chi. You're welcome to join us, the 7-day Qigong non-challenge on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We have an online learning community, a membership program. You're welcome to join if you'd like to go deeper with your practice. So we would love to have you join us and support you on this lifelong mind-body mastery journey.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Dane. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for watching, Len. Thanks for dropping a comment. Good to see you. Keep up the good work, everybody. We'll see you next time.
All right. Have a good day.